All right, everybody. So, how's it going? I kind of wanted to start off today by just saying, look at my fabulous fleet of ships. I told you guys I was going to build a ship today. What I didn't tell you was, that I have the Rifter market cornered. I've got, a bunch of these. Do you guys remember these? These ships? So I've got, I don't know, 700 or 800 of them left. It's a ridiculous number. And so, you want one? Yeah, I mean, that would be nice, but here's the deal, is that the cost to send these tends to be more than what they're worth. So it it just doesn't it didn't work out so well. And I wish it worked out better, but it doesn't. All right, so there's one right there. So these came with the second decade set, and I had a bunch of the boxes of these, and I don't know how many. I don't know how many boxes of these it was. It was like 3,000 of them or some shit like that. I don't even remember. But we were sending the second decade boxes all over the place and selling the codes and stuff like that. And then we got down to having just some Rifters left. I don't have any of those second decade boxes left. I got down to having just some of the Rifters left. And it, then, here they are. I've got just a ton of them. And I'm not 100% sure that I'll ever give them all away. So currently, I don't know, can you see on the camera? Yeah, you can see some up here. I've got some up on the windows here. And I don't know. If we ever meet in person, then there's a chance I could hand you a Rifter, right? Yeah. So, and then I do have also the, let's see here, certain way these go. I do also have an actual one of the high-end models, one of the very nice models. And let's see here. I probably could get it out and put it out on this table. I do have the need to clear up this desk. I don't want to have a ton of stuff here. I want to see if I can look at chat a little bit different here. Oh, it's not going to let me. I was going to try and look at my chat a little bit differently here, but it won't let me, so that I could see what's on camera at the same time. Well, maybe this will work okay. So let me put together a couple more of these, and then I'll break out a Raven. So take them to eVegas event. Yeah, the problem is that they're pretty. They take up a lot of space, and so if I were to take them someplace like that, it'd be just really however many I could stuff into my suitcase. which wouldn't be a whole lot because I tend to travel pretty light. So I'm not going to get out and lay on the table. What are you talking about? All right. Let's see. We'll put together 2 more of them here. And then I will grab the Raven box, which happens to be what's holding up my room camera. Not the camera that I'm looking at right here, but my other camera. Another camera. I have multiple. How much does each one cost to ship? I'm not shipping them anymore. It was such a pain in the butt because, you know, really it costs let's see here. In the US, it would cost somewhere between like $8 and $15 depending. And international, ridiculous. You'd be $60 to $80 plus. You'd have to have it go through customs and everything. And I estimate these are worth probably somewhere maybe 10 or 15 bucks. 15 bucks at the most each. I just don't think that they're worth enough. So yeah. And then you have the problems of what happens when I ship this to you in Europe and you don't go and pick it up at customs, because customs will also, depending on what country you're in, charge you a fee based on what they think the value is. They're going to charge you a tax. And so in some countries, the tax is more than 100% of what the item is worth. And then, you know, if you live in other places, like I sent some stuff to Belarus many years ago, and the customs people held what I sent in customs for about 8 months. And it took us 8 months to convince them that they shouldn't be charging so much for these because it was a gift. And they were trying to charge them the equivalent of, I think, about $800. And it was just, it was so insane. It took us about eight months to get it through customs. And the people I was sending the gift to, they went to customs multiple times to pick the stuff up, and multiple times they failed. And then what happens is that people give up and the item gets shipped back. And if you bought it and you don't pick it up and it gets shipped back, what's our duty to refund you? I mean, you know, it just gets really, really, it gets really crazy, and it's just not good. So, you know, that's how it is. Anyway, let's hang a couple of these up. And so now here you can see, maybe you can see, that is a wasp nest. Ah, there they are. Yeah. So, now, there they are. Yeah. Nice little wasp nest. I don't condone them living here. Look at that. These just fit up here just nicely. Just adds a little accent to the windows, you know. Well, it looks like I maybe can put some over here. I don't know. I don't know if I can reach. Let's see. Yeah, you just don't see it quite as much though with the thing there. So here's the Raven model, and and here's my grandpa. He was awesome. He was 3 tours in World War II, and then he also was he did one tour of the equivalent of the Secret Service, and worked for, I forget which president it was, but he would never tell us what he did over there. He was sworn to secrecy, and apparently it was either so fantastical or so bad that he never divulged. He took it to his deathbed what he did over there. So anyway, was a very good guy though. All right, so I'm gonna set this camera down again. And then let's grab this Raven model, and then I'll put the box back. It's all dusty. It's very dusty. Do I have a dust rag in here? I don't see one. All right. Okay, so, it looks like oh, no, here it is. I have not opened this up since we bought this house 2.5 years ago. And so it's good to finally be unpacking it. This I can see needs to be dusted as well.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Let me
Mr. 56K
show you nice and close up. Mr. 50K, thank you for the follow. So here it is, nice close up. It is a Raven model. I have 3 out of 4 of the originals. And so now this one is, you know, you've got all of these little tiny pieces here. It's pretty it's pretty fragile. And so anyway, and thank you if there's any subs or follows and stuff. I'm not hearing them. I actually don't have speakers on. I'd normally be wearing my headphones. So after we, you know, finish recording this episode, I'll thank y'all. All right, so now all right, so there we go. The Raven. I have to be careful with my cats with this. And the reason I have to be careful is because my cat likes to rub up against this to scratch on it. You know, it's just like it were a comb or something. And I'm afraid he's going to break it off. The orange one, a Shimu, he's very strong. He's a big cat. So I'm afraid that he's going to, you know, wreck it or something. So I'm always a little wary of that. All right, I'm going to put this box back together so that I can put this other camera back on it. At some point, I'll break out. Let's see. I have a Tempest, and I have two. What they're called now? They look like the Paladin. All right, that camera is back in place. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to put this. That an acrylic display case would better protect. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put this now. Because the cats can come along at any time. I may not be here to notice. Guess I'm just going to put it on my desk over here for the moment. And hope that they don't knock it off. So, let's see. Hey, so hang it from the ceiling. There we go. No, I don't think I'm going to hang it from the ceiling. And so I've got some other ones too. I've got the Tempest one is probably the most fragile. It is it's, you know, those sails on it are just extremely thin, and I'm amazed that they were even able to build them, you know. So put a sheet or towel over it for now. Oh yeah, and then have him rub up against that or step on it or some shit like that. Oh, this is what happens when you put it on backwards. Yes, your rifter noses into the ground. It's never good. It causes a lot of maintenance. Maintenance guys get pissed off. They're like, you're damaging your ship on purpose. There we go. Rifter ostrich. Yeah. So, yeah, display case. I should. You know what? I don't even have a display case. I live in a little country town, and it's interesting. I do see people from time to time selling like lawyer bookcases. And they're bookcases that have glass to where each one of the shelves is behind glass. You lift it up, you can pull a book out. I wonder if I could do a display case like that. Something like that. Maybe. A barrister? Yeah, maybe. So, could imagine setting this up in a battle, hanging from the ceiling, missiles and laser effects? Yeah. I mean, I've got plenty of them. I definitely have enough for a fleet. I figured that I got one box out, so I have probably, I don't know. I've probably got at least 700 of these left. Maybe more. I don't know. The storage area that I got them is really hard to get to, and they're nice and light, and so I put them in that storage area. Yeah, I don't know how many I've got left, but it's if I were to put them all on this table here in their cases like this, then it would be. This one doesn't seem to want to do what I want it to do. Then it would be stacked probably 8 feet high. This is an 8 foot by 4 foot table, and it'd probably be 8 foot high. Might be higher. Yeah. So. Anyway, this video will not be part of the computer build series. It's just going to be standalone. But we are going to talk computer build here too. So, see, what time is it? All right. I have one, two. Oh, this one's broken. Do I just throw it away? Nobody would notice that it's broken. The last time I broke one of these on purpose, it cut my hand up. So, and I just know, here come the comments. Oh, send it to me. Yeah. So, I think this one's going in the trash. I've got so many of them. They're easy to 3D print. Ah, yeah, well, that would be a good idea for those of you that that want stuff like that, right? All right, one more here, and we'll call it good. I've got more here to build, but I'm not going to sit here and build them all right now. So, and then I got to figure out, you know, this plastic can't be recycled. You just have to throw it away. So, it's kind of a shame. Wish it could be recycled. In Florida, recycling is almost non-existent. And even though we put stuff into recycling and everything, I bet that most of the stuff we put into recycling doesn't even make it into recycling. It probably makes it into the landfill, which is really horrible. But that's the way Florida is. In Oregon, California, so Oregon, I grew up there, and recycling was mandatory. Like 50% had to be recycled. So, you know, it was, yeah. All right. Well, I'm just going to line this fleet up over here. Try not to have them crash into each other. Okay, so that is an actual physical Eve ship build. There you go. Now you've seen it done.